Hi guys and dolls, today I'm going to be sharing with you my haul from Imats. I just got back a couple days ago from being in LA and I bought quite a few things. I'm actually going to have to do two different haul videos, one for jewelry and clothing and then this one for makeup. For those of you who don't really, you're maybe a little lost, you don't know what's going on, Imats is the International Makeup Artist Trade Show. They do it in I think 6 different cities worldwide every year, and it's like a convention basically for makeup. So there are vendors who are selling makeup, there are, you know, competitions, there are classes and seminars that you can go to. Almost all the makeup is at a discount, and sometimes there are products there that are launched before they actually are available to the public. So it's really cool. But it's also kind of turned into almost like a YouTube convention, and I know that's kind of weird, but like a lot of YouTubers, gurus, and just people that are into makeup gurus and stuff go to Imats, and so it's a great place to meet gurus. It's a great place for us to meet our viewers. It was just the most amazing experience for me to meet you guys and hug you and take pictures with you. And I don't want to get into the vlog aspect of it too much, but I do want to say that if you met me and we took a picture together, if you could please send that to my email at vintageortacky@yahoo.com. I want to first of all have those photos for my own personal memories and everything. Someday I'll show my grandkids these pictures. I also want to have these photos for a vlog video I'm going to do, and I'm gonna hold off on that vlog video until I have all the photos. So if you could send them to me again at vintageortacky@yahoo.com, that way I can kind of keep track. I know some of you guys sent them to me over Twitter and things like that, but please, if you could email them to me, it would mean a lot to me. Okay, so let's go ahead and get on to the haul, the purpose of this video. I'm gonna start with Miss Adoro. So Miss Adoro makes eyelashes, as many of you already know, and I was so excited to actually see them in person. I always thought that they would be just like the red cherry ones, but they're actually totally different styles. It's not the same thing at all. And their booth was so busy, I had to like squeeze in and like fight in just to like be able to look at the lashes. So unfortunately I only got I think 6 pairs. I got 6 pairs. I got 3 pairs of these, which are like a fluffy, like multi-layered pair, the 423. I'm actually wearing them right now. I had to cut them down quite a bit because the band is a bit stiff and they're really long. So yeah, keep that in mind. If you have smaller eyes, there's always an option to cut them down. I got a pair of these. These are 427s. These are really short on the inner part and then flare out on the end here. The girl at the booth was wearing them and they made her eyes look so like cat-like and sexy. I was like, give me those! I got this pair, which is called 420. It has sort of like a spiky black with an overlay of a spiky white. So it's just kind of an interesting lash. I hadn't seen anything like that before. These would look really cool, I think, in like black light or something. And then I got this pair, which I only got 1 pair of, and I am so disappointed because I think these are my favorite. The 424, they are like a flared lash with black and green. So beautiful. They look like they're super straight in the little thing. They look like they would just like kind of lay funny, but instead they sort of flip up and do this, again, a really sexy cat eye kind of thing. So super disappointed I didn't get more of these. I think next time I go to Imats, or maybe even before I go to Imats again, I'm gonna have to buy more of those because I want to wear them every day. And then also at Miss Adoro, I picked up a couple of other things. They have these hair jewelry things that a lot of girls at Imats were wearing. I guess it's a little thing that you like, I think you flat iron it into your hair or something. I don't really know how it works yet, but I will figure it out, and I will probably be wearing these in a video. They're very cute. They just look really gorgeous, especially on long hair, which of course I don't have. But you know, whatever. And then the last thing I got at Miss Adoro, the girl that was working there, she was wearing a bunch of these like nail design things. I usually don't like these because I've had bad experiences in the past, but I went ahead and bought it because I was able to do a 2 for $5 with the hair jewelry thing that I wanted. So yeah, that was what I got at Miss Adoro. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about quickly is Vanity Mark. They sell brow products. I think they sell a few other different things, but to me the thing that stood out was the brows. I actually got to meet the owner of the company, and I just have to tell you guys, the people at that booth, they just had such great energy, and I went to their booth like right before Imats closed on Sunday, so you know that they'd been doing this all weekend. I know I myself was like dead tired by the end of Imats, but they were just like, hey, eyebrows are awesome, yay! They're just so full of energy. I was like, okay, I like totally need to buy something from these people. Plus, the thing that like really sold me is that they had like multiple different colors of red eyebrow pencils and eyebrow powders. So when you have red hair, it's, you know, there's so many different shades, and so many times nobody has a red for ginger colored hair people They had a pencil though called Gingerella. Ha! Yeah, love it. So this pencil is the perfect match for me. I'm wearing it right now. It's very natural and it really helps me to just kind of slightly fill in my brows a little bit without going like overboard and over the top and feeling like I need to fill it in with all this powder and all this crap. So yay, love it. Okay, so one of the things I was on a mission to find while I was at Imats was to get a new brush cleanser. I've been using the MAC one for years and I just feel, you know, it works for me fine, but I just wanted to kind of branch out and try something new. So I wanted to get Perry and Spirit because I hear that it's really good. And when I was talking to Heather, Sukalum79, I was shopping with her, and she was like, why don't you get the Cinema Secrets one because it smells like vanilla? So I was like, okay. So I bought the Cinema Secrets brush cleanser. It does smell kind of like cupcakey vanilla sort of smell. The one thing I would say is that this is a chemical solvent, so it will get anything out of your brushes. Duo glue or anything like that will come right out of the brush. But because it's a chemical solvent, I probably wouldn't recommend using it every day. It's great for those stubborn brushes like foundation and stuff that can be difficult to get out of brushes, but I wouldn't recommend using this all the time every day because basically the ingredients in it are just a shade away from being turpentine. Not really the kind of thing you want to put on your face every day. Just, you know, keep that in mind. Okay, so just a couple booths down from the Cinema Secrets was the Beauty So Clean booth, and I wanted to get their sanitizing wipes and their you know, cosmetic sanitizing spray stuff that you can like spray on powders, and these are kind of like wet wipes for makeup that sanitize it and all that good stuff. So they actually had a kit there at the show where you would get the wipes, their conditioning brush cleanser, the cosmetic sanitizing mist, and then a mini of the sanitizing mist for I think it was $35, which I thought was a pretty good deal. But then they had a brush cleanser that smelled like cupcakes, and I was like, oh man, I wish that came with a kit. And the owner was like, oh, just give it to her. So that was cool, and I don't even think she, you know, knew who I was about my vlogs or anything like that. So that was really cool. That's the kind of stuff that just happens at Imats. So they gave me a little mini of the cupcake one. So yay, I was excited. And this smells so good. In fact, I think this is like my own personal like favorite brush cleanser so far that I've tried. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about Embryolisse. I was really excited to see their booth and to try their products because Pixie Woo, they always use the, especially I think Nikki always uses the Embryolisse Lait-Creme in her videos, and it's one that a lot of makeup artists talk about because it's basically non-irritating, so it's a great, you know, all-purpose moisturizer. Unfortunately, when I went, they were out of the larger size, so I had to get the little one, but that's fine. I can just try it out and see if I like it before I get the big one. And then they also have this new product that I really wanted to get. They've just launched these Pro Vitamin capsules, so it comes on a little thing like this. Oh, I lost it. Okay. Found it. Alright, so they just came out with these Pro Vitamin capsules. This one is vitamin A, so this is basically retinol in terms of like what the active ingredient is. Retinols do all kinds of great things for your skin. They can help to improve the texture, refine pores, smooth out wrinkles, all kinds of great stuff. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is Model in a Bottle. I have seen YouTubers talk about this for years. It is a makeup setting spray, and it was one of those things that I always thought, well, is Fix Plus the same thing or not? So I went to the booth, I sprayed it on me. Actually, the lady showed me how to spray it on because I was just like squirting myself in the eye with it. Anyway, so yeah, first of all, it smells so good. I was just like, I'm obsessed with this. I need to spray it on myself every day. And then also I could like feel my makeup, not feeling like tight, like uncomfortable, but I could just feel it feeling more set, basically. So I bought the Model in a Bottle, and they also gave us a eyelash curler while we were there. The only thing is when I got this home, my little sprayer doesn't work. The good thing is I contacted the company and just let them know that my sprayer was broken and they're sending me out a new one. They responded to my email super fast, so that is always appreciated when companies respond with customer service issues right away, so yay! Okay, so the next thing I want to show you is my Yaby palette. I have been wanting to check out Yaby for years. I think Encore Makeup is definitely one of their bigger supporters, and I was always kind of skeptical, like, I don't think they're really going to be as nice as everyone says they're going to be. But they totally were, and I got the best of both worlds palette. It comes with lots of their matte shadows, lots of their pearls, bright colors, some neutrals, all that good stuff. The thing I really like about this brand is the whole point of it is to carry smaller size products to keep the weight of your kit down, which that is so speaking my language because I'm getting really sick and tired of how heavy my kit is. So yeah, I just bought the best of both worlds palette because I wanted to check out the brand, but now I'm like, okay, I need to like hook myself up with more Yaby. I was looking at their foundations and stuff online, so really interested to see more from this brand. The next thing I picked up was the Diamond Perfect Finish Powder from Purely Cosmetics. This is the second time I've bought this. I think it's a really great setting powder. I actually turned all of my friends, all that I was shopping with, to onto it. Like, everyone bought it. It was so funny because it's a really great powder, and it really does help to hide the appearance of pores. Holler, that is like my big issue. I don't know why I just went holler like a dork, but anyway. So moving on, I bought the Z palette. Many of you already follow my blog, so you might already know that a few weeks ago I did a review for the Z palettes. I have like the Pro Large, the regular large, and then a mini one like this that's pink. I love the mini one. I actually have my makeup, a lot of the makeup that I'm wearing today, in my Z palette. I carried this all weekend with me. It's just really convenient for taking different brands and putting them all together, and that way you don't have all these little pieces with you. So it's great for, you know, on the large scale, but I like these purse size ones because they're a little more convenient for me personally. Plus this one was like, you know, plum, so I had to get it. And I think this was like $10 at the show or something. So yay, I was really excited to get this because, you know, purple's like my favorite color. Not like my favorite color, it is my favorite color. The next thing I picked up while I was there was the Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics concealer. I got this in Y0, which is a little bit light for my face, but it's the perfect shade for my body. It's just a really, you know, great creamy concealer. I'm really interested to see like how they perform and everything. I haven't tried it out very much yet. I have used it as an eyeshadow base though, and it worked really well for that. So I got to meet Amy of Sugarpill at the Sugarpill booth, which was just like amazing. So the first day their line was way too long to even deal with. The second day I went back and it wasn't too bad. So I picked up a Heartbreaker palette for my best friend for her birthday. So this is a little gift for my friend Candy. I already have the palette, but they have new packaging. How cute is that? And then on the inside, the mirror has like a little cutie cute on it, little scallopy thing. Oh, I'm so jealous, but this is hers and I'll send it to her. Even though I want to keep it. And then the other thing I got while I was at the Sugarpill booth, they had a limited edition eyeshadow, and I don't know what the name is because it's all symbols. So this is the name, and it's a red with silver sparkles, so it's a little different from Love Plus. It's not terribly different, but it is different, and it's a little softer than Love Plus. So I've been wanting to check out Royal and Langnickel brushes forever, and of course there's nowhere near me that I can go check them out, so at the show I was like, and I actually would have liked to spend more time checking them out, but everything goes so fast. So anyway, they had just launched the new Revolution series, so I got a couple of the powder brushes, which are so soft you will never believe that these are synthetic. It is beyond fantastic. So I got two of them. I got BX10 and BX05. I actually wish that I had bought the sets though, because the sets were a really good deal at the show. And then I also got two little eye brushes. I got this one that's like a spoolie on one end and a brow comb on the other, and then this one which is a mascara brush, which I already have another mascara brush and I use it a lot in my kits. And then, oh my god, I'm so excited about this. Okay, so I've been wanting a Hakuhodo brush ever since Mischievous made her video several years ago. So I went there. Unfortunately, the Hakuhodo brushes were not on sale, so I was really disappointed. But I got a Hakuhodo brush. Unfortunately, they don't label their brushes at all. So I don't know the name of this brush. I'll have to like look it up and I'll put it in the description box below. This was $54, and it's interesting because it's like a flat top face brush, but it's slanted, and it's also a duo fiber. So just a really interesting brush. I don't have anything like this. I did apply my foundation with it today and I really like the results. So yay for Hakuhodo. I'm like, oh, I'm so like over the moon about that. So one of the things I went into the show knowing, I was like, okay, this is on my list, I have to get this. I wanted to get a couple of the 20 pan INGLOT palettes. I already have all of the rainbow shadows, so I just wanted a little place to have them all. I've been keeping them in a Z palette, but I want to use the Z palette for other things now, so I'm gonna go ahead and put them all in here. And then I bought another one so I could expand my INGLOT range. I think I'm gonna do all 20 palettes for my INGLOT shadows, and my nose is so itchy, I apologize. And then I knew I wanted to get some of the gel liners. I think their gel liners are really great. Some people don't like them because they dry down really dry and sometimes they can kind of crack. I've noticed that they don't really crack on me too much, and my whole thing is that everything smudges on me on the underside, and these tend to not smudge on me, so yay. And then I was really inspired because X Sparkage has like a whole rainbow of them in her makeup collection. I was like, I want a rainbow of gel liners too. So I got a whole bunch of colors, and the purple I already had from a few months ago. I bought this in San Francisco because there is an INGLOT, not booth, but like counter, I guess, at the Macy's in Union Square in San Francisco. But that's not on discount, and this is on discount, so I was like, hey, let me buy a bunch of stuff. God, I'm so weird in this video. I'm so sorry, guys. Anyway, the last things I got at INGLOT were some of these Lait-Creme lip glosses. These are nice, like creamy, kind of milky glosses that I thought were just really pretty, so I got it in 101, which is sort of like a natural pink, and then I got 105, which is a brighter pink, which I'm wearing right now and has sort of worn off from all this talking and weirdness going on, so I'm gonna reapply that a little bit. And they smell kind of like fruity vanilla. Very pleasant. I dig, I dig. These little tube things actually look pretty small, but you get quite a lot of products, so I'm really impressed with these, and we'll probably be getting more colors. I'm really obsessed with INGLOT. Just great quality products, cruelty-free, makeup artist friendly. I mean, what more do you really want? The last thing I got at INGLOT was a Colorplay mascara. This is in green. I have never seen a green mascara quite this bright, so very excited about this. I will actually going to be doing a video very soon about colored mascara, so look out for that. And then the last but not least, of course, Lit. I was so excited to go to the Lit booth and to meet Jody and James. I'm just a big fan of their product, and you know, it was just nice to actually meet the people that make it. The first thing at the Lit booth that everyone was super jealous of all day was the fan. Yeah, this is amazing. I'm just saying, like, I even used it today because it's a little warm in here. So while I was there, I wanted to get some glitter. Obviously, it's Lit glitter. That's what. Anyway, I got a purpley blue one called Punk. I would open up each one of these, but it's a bit difficult because I don't want it to spill everywhere. You guys know I'm a spill prone type, so I got this one called Champagne Wishes, which is sort of like a beigey white with like rainbow glitter in it. Then I got a olive green with sort of peach and orange glitter in it called Soul Sister. I got a beautiful bright turquoisey aqua called Trend, and I got Back in Black. So all of these are the size 3, which is sort of the larger size of glitter, but it, you know, it has more of that glittery, sparkly effect when it's a little bit larger. The only one that's a bit smaller was Champagne Wishes, and that's a size 2. So that's a little bit smaller of a grade of glitter. And then I also got a couple of the Clearly Liquid glitter bases. They gave me the minis and the full sizes, but I think I'm going to use the minis until they're gone and then decant the full sizes into the minis. That kind of seems like a good sanitary way to do it. And then also, of course, the little, what do they call this? A glitter duster or something like that? Sparkle duster. So this will get like glitter off your face, and even though it's such a simple design, it really does work. And then the last thing I wanted to share with you was the LA Splash nail art glitters. These look kind of like confetti or like candy to me. I don't know why, they just remind me of candy. I didn't realize that these were nail glitters at the time when I bought them. So I was like, I'm gonna glue these all over my face, and I still might, but just keep in mind those are not eye safe or face safe. So that is my humongous haul. Okay, so I have one more thing to share with you guys, and I'm so excited. Let me go ahead and reposition the camera so you guys can see. So the last thing I got while I was at Imats is a Zuka bag. I've been wanting one of these for so long, especially after I watched Heather Sukalum79's video of Imats, I think last year when she got hers. I was planning on getting a black Zuka. Basically, for those of you who don't know what this is, it's basically replaces a train case. My train case is made out of aluminum, and it's super heavy, and I just hate it, and it's just, the way that it's designed, it's really hard to organize everything. So this is completely like a freedom kind of system. You open it up here, and then you have these little bags on the inside. Oh, that one actually has stuff in it. You have these bags on the inside that are like drawers, so you can just, you know, fill it up with everything. There's no compartments or anything to kind of like hinder what you can keep in each one. I really like this because I can do like foundations and blushes, you know, each in their own bag, and that way just easily organized and a little easier to work from. The other great thing about a Zuka is that you can actually put it as like your carry-on on a plane, which is really great. But they also give you a slipcover for it so you can check it if you want to. So it's just really great. Now this doesn't have to be for like a makeup artist or anything. You can actually use this as luggage. So they also at the show gave you the little bags that you can use for luggage, which have mesh, so that way your clothing can breathe. So that was really cool that they gave us that. You can also sit on it. You can see there's like a metal part here. You can sit on the Zuka, so it's like a seat wherever you need it, which is really nice. Actually, even sometimes on a makeup job, I'm like, ugh, I want to sit down. But there's nowhere to sit. And then while I was buying this, I actually mentioned that Heather's video had like talked me into buying it. So they were like, oh, you guys can have an extra free bag. So I was like, what? That's awesome. So I think that goes really kind of cool with the color of my Zuka, kind of Little Mermaidy, right? I was intending on getting a black Zuka, but I saw this color and I was like, oh, I have to have that. Give it to me now. So yes, I'm very, very excited about my Zuka. I can't wait to transfer over all my products and everything. I hope that you guys enjoyed my Imats haul. And again, if we took a picture together, please, please, please send it to me at vintageortacky@yahoo.com. I will see you guys in my next video. Have a fantastic day. Remember to just be yourself. See you, bye.